What comes to mind is an expedition I led in Prince William Sound, Alaska, many years ago. And the very first day, we put participants together in smaller, what we call tent groups. And there was a married couple. And sometimes instructors decide to split a married couple from start, but me and my co-instructors decided to keep this married couple together. And then there was a younger person, I think he was only 15 or 16 years old, and we put him in this team, and then we had a woman in the mid-20s. So the couple was in the 50s, lady in the mid-20s, and then this younger fellow, 15, 16 years old. And they got angry. They were not happy. The married couple said, we didn't come on this expedition to spend time with teenagers. We have teenagers at home. That's why we left. This is why we're here. We don't want to be with our teenagers. The young kid said, I don't want to be in this team. I'm not here to spend time with old farts and my mom and dad. I have a mom and dad at home, you know. And we said, well, this is the team there is, and you guys will be teammates for this first 8-day period, and then we're going to change. All right, so we do all these cooking classes. One instructor works with each team to make sure that they understand the stoves and the food and can cook and be safe, et cetera, et cetera. And we, as an instructor team, had decided that we're going to cook on fires for the first week. So we only taught them how to use the stoves as a backup. But the idea was to cook on fires because we know there was going to be a lot of driftwood on the beaches where we were kayaking. And it turned out that this kid, he loved to cook on fires. He loved the idea of starting the fire, collecting the firewood, maintaining a good, perfect heat. And he started to crank out pizzas and the cinnamon rolls, and he was just so good at cooking on fires. The married couple were really respectful and allowing him to cook a lot. They loved the whole idea of taking a walk together and get fresh water. They loved putting up the tent together and making it a perfect tent platform and decorating with driftwood or special rocks or whatever to make it homey. And together as a team, these 4 people just became a really strong team. They almost always were the first one to unload their kayaks and get the kayaks up to shore. They were the first one to have the fire going and tent made. They were always in time for the evening meetings or classes. And the lady in her 20s, she wrote a journal and she collected all their stories and shared with a whole group of things that they as a little team had discussed or whatever. And of course, after 8 days, when it's time to switch groups, they did not want to switch groups. They're like, no, we love our group. We work so well together. This is it. We want to stay together. And we're like, nope, that's not this experience. It's time to switch groups. And that could be really hard. And now you have to start over with a honeymoon to be friendly and then have some conflict and solve the conflict and move on through the different stages, right?
Context matters. Dialogue is important. The context for this clip is a podcast episode. You can access that conversation at the link in the description. If you are interested in similar content, follow us on our platforms. If you would like to support us in creating content, you can contribute by giving us your feedback or support. You will also find links to these in the description. Thank you for stopping by.